Hello, YouTube world. How are we doing today? It is February 4th, 2016, and I am at my 3-month surgery anniversary. My surgery. Sounded better in my head. Anyways, feeling amazing. No, I don't want to delete my old videos because that's part of life and that's whatever. I just hope that if people watch my past videos, they watch my more recent ones too. I've struggled a lot those first 2 months after surgery. Still struggle, but gosh, it's gotten so much easier. I'm being able to tolerate different foods and I'm not throwing up anymore. It gets better. I know 2 months is a long time, but in retrospect, it's not. 6 weeks to 2 months, you're gonna start feeling like yourself again. So it's so worth it. I already feel like it's worth it, and I'm 3 months out. 78 pounds down. My starting weight was starting weight was 343, and right now I'm 266. 77 pounds down. Can you believe that? In 3 months. Plus 8 or 9 days of pre-diet. I guess I did lose some in during that time, so to give that credit. Feeling absolutely amazing. Dropped down 2-3 sizes. I like my jeans kind of baggy, which you never really get when you're fat, so it's like nice to wear jeans that I'm actually comfortable in. I could probably go down a size, but I'm just not that kind of girl. I like them a little loose. But yeah, 2-3 sizes depending on what I'm wearing. My scrubs for work are just falling off. The drawstrings are being like pulled to their max, so I'm actually gonna go. My mom said for my birthday, I'm turning 31. I really am too old for birthday gifts from my mother, but she's gonna buy me some new scrubs, so I'm excited about that because money's tight going back to school, working in healthcare, and without lots of schooling you don't get paid very much, so totally different than what I was doing before. I think my job, even though it can be frustrating at times, dealing with patients with dementia and things like that, can be frustrating and stressful. It's just a job. I care, of course, but unlike jobs or career paths I was doing before in the corporate world, I can clock out and just leave it there. And I think that's exactly what I need at this time in my life, going back to school, having a young child. Before with my son, I just didn't feel like I was being able to commit myself fully to parenting, and now I feel like I'm juggling things a lot better. So I think the less stress of work has helped, plus I am constantly on the move at this job. You're go, go, go. So I'm burning way more calories just with my daily activity than I would have in the past. I've also been going to the gym when I can. Really, it's only been about once or twice a week, but hey, it's better than nothing. And I'm just burning calories. I'm just trying to keep myself motivated. I'm not pressuring myself too much to do anything crazy. But my knees hurt less, my back hurts less, my hips, everything hurts less. And it's like my book bag, I'm taking like all these science courses with, huge books, and my book bag is like crammed full, and I'd say at least 30 pounds. And I carry that, and yes, it's all on my back, so weight proportion's not equaled out, but I carry that thing, and I'm just like, wow, this is so heavy. I've lost, twice this amount or more. And when it happens this quickly, I don't even think you can fathom it. And yes, I know I wish I would have taken measurements before, but I was just so depressed. I didn't even want to know the numbers. I wanted to never know the numbers. I wanted to forget the numbers other than the scale. I wanted to pretend like I was never, ever, ever that size ever. And, it was all a bad dream. But now, 3 months later, I wish I had them. So, but, size 24, busting at the seams, so you can kind of do the math there. I'm now 18, 20, so getting down. I don't even remember the last time I was below a size 14. I was wearing a size 14 at like age 11. So, I mean, yeah, I could wear like a 13 junior, you know, whatever, but I hit a growth spurt really young, so if I were to get below 14, I don't even know what would happen. I have noticed that in the last few weeks I can even eat just a little bit more, which is exciting because you want to be able to sit and have a meal with someone and enjoy something you're eating. But it also scares me because obviously I got to 300, almost 50 pounds, you know, by having those habits. So it's exciting, but I almost wish it wasn't happening because it's going to make the weight loss slower, which is fine. I just hope it doesn't halt it or go backwards. And I know that a lot of people usually will hit a goal weight with gastric bypass and then eventually put back on 15 to 30 pounds of stuff later on in life because they've stretched their pouch. I hope I'm not stretching my pouch. I hope it's just because things are settling a little easier. My stomach's kind of gotten used to it. I meet with the surgeon in a few days and I'm gonna ask him about it. I think that's pretty common, but I still just want to ask. I've also noticed I'm having a lot of extra skin already. I can just see, and I knew I would, but there's a difference between telling yourself you're gonna have extra skin and you're gonna have to be okay with it, at least until maybe you can do something about it if that's an option, like surgery or tightening or muscle toning or whatever. But it's like you kind of realize just how big you let yourself get because you see these empty sacks of skin, and they're not empty yet, but they're like half empty because, you know, I probably lost 50% of my excess body weight at this point, or 40%, so they're about 40% deflated. I can like move my skin a lot easier, like on my upper thighs, because there's just more freedom in there. There's less tight fat. You know, the fat was tight and taut under the skin, and now it's just not there, and the skin needs time to kind of bounce back a little, and I don't think it's going to bounce back fully, but it's like growing pains, but in the opposite direction. Another one, I'm going to show you my arms because these are the ones that really made me sad, just because I'm not going to be able to get like a smaller shirt because my arms are going to be too big. I'm already noticing it. I bought a smaller top. I haven't really spent a lot of money. I bought one set of scrubs and one sweater to do family photos in because I don't want to spend a lot of money on clothing right now. And luckily, I've been every size in the book, so I've kept all my clothes and I can just go and look for them. But I've already noticed in my smaller scrub top that my arms are more restricted in there because I got big old fat arms still. The skin's still there. So I'll kind of show you. It's like, that doesn't look that bad, but you can see where like my arms should be. And that used to be, yes, it was still big and hangy, but there was more fat in it. And now it's like, you can kind of see there's like, it's kind of sunken in the middle. It sucks in more and it kind of just hangs. It also, like when I lean forward, I get really self-conscious because, see, you can see like where it like just gathers or whatever, or even I have like a little pocket right there. So it's just emptied out. You can kind of grab it and pinch it where before it was like tight and big and full. But so I think at some point in my life I'd probably definitely have surgery on my arms just so I could, you know, fit into clothes that fit the rest of my body. And I know that's what a lot of women who have that surgery have issues with, have the surgery on their arms because they're a size medium, but they have to wear an extra large, and have it taken in, or just deal with it being baggy in their body because it's got to fit their arms. So I also told myself that I was going to show my scars on my stomach because I was curious what the scars looked like. I have stretch marks from being fat and pregnancy and all that jazz, but they're a little more red than I thought they'd be at this point, just because whatever I've scarred in the past, it hasn't been that bad. But I'll show you. So you have 2 up here, 1, 2, and then you have 1 up kind of by your boob, and to your, this is my right, and then you have 1 over here, and this is where my drain was, and that's the darkest one. And but you know, all in all, 5 little things for you know, people used to get cut from, you know, well, their whole stomach open to have the surgery, so I'll take it. I think I'm going to start putting some vitamin E oil or something on it, though, to try to help smooth them out and even the color out a little bit. But yes, gastric bypass is amazing. You don't stop worrying about things, but food has finally stopped being as important to me because I just don't let myself go there. I don't let myself mentally check in there. And if I really want something that bad, I have it. I mean, I haven't like gone crazy and had something super greasy because that just makes you miserable. Learn that lesson. But you know what? I've learned to be okay with the smaller portion. I've learned to be okay with getting to have a little bit of it and being okay with that and not eating the 1,000-calorie meal. There have been moments where I've wanted to eat and continue eating because it tasted so good, but for the most part, I've kind of been too busy to fantasize about it too much. So I'm proud of myself that I've kind of redirected my brain. I never thought that would happen, and I really hope I can keep it up. So my ultimate goal, if I ever really had one, like just fathom, it would be like 160, because I'd be like 180, 185, 160 pounds lost. But I'd be tickled pink to be 200, which is 140. And so I'm a little over halfway there. And I'm sure the second half's going to be a hell of a lot harder than the first half. But that's okay. It's a journey. So please message or comment or whatever if you have any questions. Yeah. Do gastric bypass. It's amazing. And I feel normal again. I do. It gets so much better. I wish everyone luck.